Man, I don't get why people complain about storms, what they're going through, because they never go through nothing, and they grow through it. Every problem you've had in your life, you done grown and outgrown it, and you need to pat yourself on the back even more, saying I'm a victor, not a victim.
Part of that is what we eat. The cleaner the food, the healthier the food, the better our brain performs, the better our organs and body perform. That's an obvious thing. And it's a pretty deep, complex issue if you really get into how directly changes in your food can change the way you feel and the way you perform.
Welcome to Affinity Peak Performance, empowering you to peak in health and energy to fully express what you were created to be.
Welcome back to Affinity Peak Performance, another episode. I'm Dr. Todd Smith, and I have a friend here with me today, Sterling Wright. He goes by Mr. 100, and you've probably seen him on Hell's Kitchen, season 13, and he's been on TV a few times and been all over the internet cooking for people, all walks of life, including billionaires and traveling the world. He's just an incredible chef. And more than that, he's an incredible human, and we'll get into that in just a minute. A little disclaimer that everything we cover on these podcasts are for educational and entertainment purposes. They're not to be meant to be direct health advice. If you have a health issue, please see your healthcare provider and come to a correct conclusion and decision on what to do and how to treat it. So with any more ado, this is Sterling Wright, Mr. 100.
Well, first of all, I don't like the word friend, and we're not friends. Friend is the last three letters, and friend is E-N-D. That's something I never want to happen because we family.
We are family.
I-L-Y-S. I love you.
We are family.
Yeah, so if you got health issues, you better get ready for a big laugh because laughing is going to help you get through your health.
That's right. You do a lot of that for sure.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. He started a thing years ago. It was making 100 inspirational videos.
Yes.
And you have far exceeded that. You're in the thousands now.
Yes.
And they're always really good content and just whatever hits your heart and hits your mind in the moment. If you haven't seen them yet, please check them out online. These awesome content and awesome little videos. Inspirational, pick up, make you laugh, make you sing. It's good stuff.
Man, just really give you hope. We're thankful for being alive.
That's for sure.
Man, I don't get why people complain about storms, what they're going through, because they never go through nothing, and they grow through it. Every problem you've had in your life, you done grown and outgrown it. And you need to pat yourself on the back even more, saying I'm a victor, not a victim.
Awesome. That's true. Staying positive.
Staying positive.
For sure. And you are 100% positive. That's why the name came from a bit.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So take us back for those that don't know you yet, which I'd be surprised at this point who doesn't know you, especially anywhere around Nashville, but let alone across the country. Take us through a little bit of your backstory of your childhood and some of the things you were involved with and some of those amazing life changes that took place and what your pathway and mission has been since then.
Oh, man. Wow, that's cool. I grew up in J.C. Napier, south side of Nashville, one of the biggest inner city poverty areas in Nashville. I'm a product of J.C. Napier, but not a product of my environment. I used to be the problem in the projects, but now I'm the solution. I'm not ashamed of what I've been through, but I'm happy with what I've been through because I'm like you and I'm like everybody else. I've had the problems. I've done the wrong. I have a past. We all do. But how do it make us? Right. My past helped define who I am now as a better man. I don't use it to let it hold me down, but I'm grateful that I'm here.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's all.
That's so true. How much do you care about sharing some of the pivotal moment when you changed your life's direction in that experience?
Let's put it this way. I woke up in the hospital bed and I seen my mama crying. And as a man, when you see your mama crying, man, that's one of the hurtful feelings that you've ever witnessed. And I either got to get it right or I'm going to be in some trouble. I turned out to be cooking. I found my love in the cooking, and cooking changed my life. Like, literally changed my life. Like, I got to a place that no matter what you try to do to me, if I'm cooking, I'm having the best day of my life.
That's for sure.
And you take me away from that, and that right there would just hurt me, hurt my feelings, and it hurt deep down. So I found a passion, and I get paid for it.
Yeah, that's awesome. So, how did you end up in the hospital bed? What happened with that situation?
Can I show them?
Yeah.
Some people call it raw, but man, I'm just straight to the point. It got to a point I actually had a pool stick up my butt, and man, that pool stick taught me a lot. Like, not ashamed to talk about it.
Was this from gunshots?
Operation gunfire, all that.
Wow.
It just,
and how old were you?
I was a young, 19 years old, if I'm not mistaken.
Wow.
I was a young boy.
Wow.
And
pivotal crisis moment.
yes,
Yeah.
thinking I'm big and bad.
Yeah.
One, be bad, realizing I'm not bad. Realize I'm a leader, not a follower. Trying to be up with everybody, but I need to learn to be myself. I had to realize I got something in life that majority of the kids didn't have in the projects. That was my mom and dad. And I quit blaming them and started looking at that man in the mirror.
That's huge at 19.
And I had to get my stuff together. In other words, get my bleep together.
Yeah.
And I thank God it did.
Yeah.
I'm not ashamed. Sometimes you got to hit rock bottom to get hit. Sometimes you got to get hit by the rock to hit rock bottom, but take the rock to lean on to get back up.
Yeah, that's true. And I see that I've known you several years, many years now, and I see that in your walk, your daily walk, day in, day out, that passion that you have to share with others, to help others see that they can make a pivotal change behaviors, change choices that will 1 degree trajectory play out to change their life.
Correct.
As it's changed your life. And that passion I've seen in you is unfailing, unfaltering. There is never a time that I've known you for so many years and seen so much that you've done that I've ever walked away and go, oh, I think he's just faking it. I think he's just putting it on like a show. Never have I experienced that around you or with you, and I've had many opportunities to sense that if that was the case, and it's not. You're as authentic and as energetic and focused of any of my friends as far as staying on mission. Yes. On behalf of other people.
Man, I gotta take my hat off to God on that one. As you know, my motto is impact over income. Like so many people, like where I come from, they don't make it out. Jail or dead. That's the highest statistics where I come from. I'm not an athlete. I'm not a rapper. I'm not none of that. I was just a cook that took home economics serious. And it just blew me away at how God uses you to fall to lift others. Like you and me, Emily, and how we can go out. We can go talk to the kids, but if you ain't been down the road, how can they relate to you and you can relate to them?
Sure, yeah.
And so by being in my life, man, you grew up in the projects? That happened to you? Yeah. It gets me a whole different level because I made it out.
Yeah.
I went down a dead-end street and wound up on Blessed Boulevard.
Yeah.
And I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful, like, what we done, like, we got to make history together. Like, I've never rode a motorcycle, but I rode on the side of one. But I got to ride out of memory with you.
Yeah.
I've never been on a boat, but I've been on it with you.
And I would not have met you if it wasn't for Jesse Ingram and the American
Love
Pride
you, Jess.
Foundation.
American Pride Foundation.
That's what we did.
We was in San Francisco. I'll never forget it.
Yeah.
And his bike was not fully 100%.
It was not 100.
And this man rolled around curves. And then I hear his heart. I'm looking at it like, God, I hope somebody try to test, because that's a muscle man. He gonna flip somebody, man. We call this man Hollywood. And, man, that stuck with me, man. And man, I'll tell you, man, being with you is just phenomenal, man.
You know what's funny about that, Hollywood? When you guys bestowed that biker name, that street name on me, it psyched my mind, because you all didn't know this, but I went into the house and I grabbed my birth certificate, and I was actually born in Hollywood.
Wow.
And because I clown around a bunch, do different characters and things through life, so people have called that a little bit here and there, but for you guys to bestow that out of nowhere,
man, that's Hollywood.
I
know it's Hollywood
was really
Todd,
funny.
man.
Yeah.
That's all I know is Hollywood Todd.
Yeah, it was funny. So tell me a little bit about like the work Jesse's been doing with the first responders and the veterans, families, and all that. But tell me about your charity work that you've been doing and continue to do down in Nashville.
Tell
me the little history of it, and then what you guys are doing currently.
As you know, after I got off of Hell's Kitchen, it blew me up. So I've always wanted to give back. But I was giving away turkeys, and it didn't feel good, really. So I actually had a little kid come up to me and say, Sterling, no offense, we thank you for the turkey, but can you cook it? Because my mama can't cook a turkey like you.
Yeah.
So I'm like, wow, so let's think about cooking Thanksgiving dinner. When my homie LT, he gets out, he's always wanted to give back to the community, and he's supposed to got life in prison. But Obama turned his life sentence around to 20 years. And when we got out, man, we linked up. We did our first year in the parking lot. I'll never forget it. They told us we could have the office. We get there and they tell us we couldn't get there. So we in the middle of the parking lot. And the project people was giving away stuff and nobody went to them. They went through me and LT line, and we was like, man, this is love.
Yeah.
We used to be the problem. Now we know what we need to do.
Being from there, they resonated to be able to get the message, so to speak, from you.
8 years later, like this past year, thanks to you, a bunch of people, and we gave away over 200 turkeys, and we fed over 1,200 plates.
That's awesome.
And that's unheard of. What made it so happiness and real, that people was shocked that I knew every door to give the turkeys away to the families in need. Now, I don't mind people giving away turkeys. I don't mind people getting turkeys. Mm-hmm. But who you giving that turkey to? Are you sure that's not going to a drug addict or somebody who's not going to use it? Mm-hmm. Are you sure it's going to go to a family that really need it?
Yeah, that's cool.
And so to be able to do that and being the only one to do that, it just blew my mind.
And weren't you guys doing something with yard improvements, trees or shrubs or something?
Man, we was doing, as you know, it's a food desert over there. Mm. So we had got points that was getting donation for people to grow their vegetables. And MDHA told us we couldn't do it no more. Mm. So it makes me upset. Are you taking food, healthy food, out of senior citizen miles? It's no grocery store. If you're in a wheelchair and don't have a car, you got a Dollar General store that have no food in it, in the gas station, so you know what type of food is there. Mm-hmm. It's no grocery store, but they don't mind taking food out of these people's miles.
Yeah, that's crazy. So tell me about this, and you talked about the gas station food just a second ago. I'd like to drill down a little bit more on, I feel like what I've observed in life is that there's this false narrative that you can't eat healthy unless you spend a great deal of money. Tell me your thoughts on that, because I don't think that's true at all.
I've been lied to before, but that's the biggest lie.
Yeah.
It's now, okay, it's cheaper to eat bad because you choose to eat what you want to eat.
Sure.
But if you take time out to grow your own products, you can't tell me not only you get a bigger result, you get a better result, and you get a healthier result, but we just doing the lazy result.
Yeah. So I think usually the missing link to change behaviors and pathways and outcomes is usually a lack of education in how to do that.
Correct.
And then also a lack of awareness that what what they're eating day in day out is going to have this ramification, not in the near future,
but down the line.
Yeah, not too far away.
Not
though.
far away. That's why, man. You probably can tell I lost a lot of weight. I do not like. You are what you eat. You eat after 8 o'clock at night, just lay straight down. Especially like eating the burgers. What made me learn about food really more. I was doing a catering for a cancer society, and the main protein was beef, and beef is the main protein that causes cancer. But you want me to feed it to the people? No. You have it. I don't want to do it. My name can't be put on killing people.
I noticed over the years too, you have a big passion for it, and my kids are you are uncle at our house.
Better be.
They have so much fun being with you in the kitchen, not just because of what they learn, which is awesome, and I'll get to that in a second, but also just your love and energy. In that, you love to teach and you love to engage.
Yes.
And you do it naturally very well.
Yes.
So what I was hoping for, if you're not already, I wanted to ask you, are you doing any classes
Yes.
for children?
Yes.
Or young teenagers?
I'm at every Tuesday now. God has blessed me with a building to cook out of, 5 to 7. I'm at middle school now with high schoolers. Because them the ones about to get ready for jobs and getting ready to get into the real world.
How does somebody find out about this that you're doing?
Hit me on my social media, see if I got enough room. But I'm not don't take this the wrong way, but I'm not a babysitter. I want the kids who really want to cook. Because you got kids out there, like your daughter and your son, who loves to cook. And you see that expression on their face. You don't know how that feels because you're not the chef. Me, that's a joy, man. Like, and then they can say they cooking with Uncle Sterling. Like, that's a feeling nobody can take from me. That's a memory nobody will be able to take from me. And I get to take it to the grave with me with a smile. Me one-on-one with a child who didn't believe in themselves by cooking this final product. Cooking with me, having fun with it. Plus, I'm being hard on them, but they don't even realize I'm being hard on them. And see,
pushing them a little bit.
Pushing them a little bit.
Yeah.
And then see, they found the results. And then telling them, don't ask them if it's good, just watch their face. And then look at their plate. That's the best feeling in the world that me personal.
And you could see the sense of pride coming off them when they were
done presenting. They come out with the aprons on. Look how your kids presented to you. This is a ribeye steak, and we made it with the garlic butter.
Yeah.
The joy.
Sure.
That joy. And they cooked it. I love about they cooked it to perfection. It wasn't overcooked. It wasn't undercooked. And it was with 2 more guests added on.
That's awesome.
And the kids cooking. Who thought they would cook, especially with Emily? It's going to burn. It's hot. It's time for you to leave. The kids are good. And to see them cook, you swear they've been cooking a long time. But it's just been that minute, that moment when Uncle Sterling, that brought him out. And I took that idea, how many more kids like them want to cook? And so that's why I started my Cooking the Right Way.
Cooking the Right Way.
Cooking
like
the Right Way. That's
yeah.
the name of the, because
Yeah.
my last name is Wright.
Yeah, excellent.
And what if you're a single mom? You got 3 kids. You come home from work and your food ain't, you got to cook food. You got to get the kids ready. You got to clean. When do you have time for yourself? So my class is teaching them all that.
That's great.
Teaching them every day you ain't going to be able to eat steak. What if how you going to make this turkey and cheese sandwich gourmet? I don't know, Mr. Sterling. You like pancakes? Yeah. Try rubbing that sandwich around in a pancake batter. Put in a skillet.
And that's what I was going to ask you, if you were to share with the audience from a master chef's standpoint and teaching lots of kids and adults as well, if you were to share with them some basic starting points that they could start at home now to introduce in their shopping cart, and then simple meals that taste great because of the combinations that you have, what would be some staple
Like for
things
instance,
to focus on as far as beginning that?
man, in the beginning, like breakfast, eggs is important. If you could cook an egg, you can scramble an egg without it being dry and being perfect. You actually be one of the top chefs. Eggs is one of the hardest. People don't realize eggs is one of the hardest dishes to cook.
Well, my wife reminds me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sunny side up eggs. You take a sunny side egg out to a person and the yolk is broke, and you see their face. Oh, you gotta start over.
Yeah.
Over easy. The yolk is broke. Start over. If the egg got brown in it, it's too done. It's the simple thing, but the love you put in it is the love you gonna put on the plate. My goal is like how you know that might be the person's first meal or it might be their last meal. You bring that joy to their plate, and man, to see them devour it in seconds.
It's awesome.
It's awesome.
So eggs are a definite staple.
Eggs,
and they're actually a
and
staple
then
in our
like
house too.
having fun with the kids. The crescent rolls that you get from our little packs, right? Put a sausage in between it. Do like little smokies with bacon around it. Pigs in a blanket. Just have fun with your kids with it. It's small things like that that makes a big difference. They can bring it to from their childhood to their teenager stage, because you're not gonna be there all the time. They can. What if they go to college and they show this to a kid? Something that you taught them. That means your tradition goes on in somebody else's life.
Is it a goal for you when you do meals to have a balance between like proteins and complex carbs like veggies and some fruit
Actually,
carbs? Or how do you do your...
I do mine. Meat and potato. I ain't known you nothing else. I'm not sitting up there and gonna feed you a bunch of vegetables, cause that ain't you. I know you like your protein. You like to have them steaks. You like your potatoes. I know that to give you. My thing is, I'm here to please you and your appetite. I'm here to please your wife. Your wife ain't gonna eat as much as you will. But if she tell me she wants a salad, if I'm not mistaken, she likes to Caesar salad. Like this, she loves garlic. But I can't put as much garlic in yours because she loves her garlic. I just want to be able to please and make everybody happy.
Kind of middle of the road for the
Yes.
family. Yeah.
The kids, one thing about kids, they so picky. Man, you go from butter noodles to a steak. You just got to figure out the kid. And that's easy to figure out. You just got to pay attention to when they talk.
Okay. Now, for the record, you might have forgotten, but I love vegetables.
I've been lied to before.
No. Anyhow, so let me ask you this: when you started your chef pursuit,
Yes.
and you had a passion for it to start with, cooking,
Yes.
yeah. From that point of beginning that pursuit, and I know things have gone amazingly well in your career, it almost exploded. From that point to the point of right before it exploded, what was it that you focused on your day in, day out to get to that point and come right past it? Because I find in life people push and push and push for making disciplines in their life, making good, healthy changes. They get right up close to what they don't know is a tipping point, and they just give up. What was it got you from here past the tipping point so you could experience the fruits, if you will, of all of your efforts?
I had to try new things. You can't get to you can't go a different level in life until you try something new. The stuff that you tried didn't get you there. And my mama and my mama, if God don't make you uncomfortable, then you're not gonna grow.
That's right. Come out of the comfort zone.
Come out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
And when I got out of that comfort zone, I can do this. Now they tell me to be professional and you can't be going to doing these parties like this. And I'm like, being like that didn't get me here. Yeah. They want the fun, energetic chef. I can't be that chef that's...
You couldn't do that if you tried.
I couldn't. Man. That's
you're,
so
you're 100% energy anyways.
Always. Man.
So let me ask you this. Thinking back past that tipping point when things exploded for your career, share with us some of your most favorite people to cook for, or some of the funniest, craziest things that happened or stories that happened with that. Because I know there's a bunch of them. You might have to whittle it down to a few.
Oh, Oprah. I know she's going to listen to it. I was sending it to her.
Cooking for Oprah?
Cooking for Oprah.
That had to be amazing.
Not only amazing, but I knew I was favored when you tell Oprah, no, I can't cook for you today. I got to go cook for somebody else. How many times Oprah ever said no? How many times somebody done told Oprah no?
Yeah.
Me. Sterling Wright, what you going to cook? Can I get a menu? No. You tell me what you want. Oh, okay. It blew her mind. And then Oprah likes old school cooking. Can you make me some ribs and brisket? And am I getting punked?
It's fun when you can gravitate to some of the things you had in childhood, for sure.
Childhood.
Yeah.
And I still get to cook it.
Yeah, that's cool.
And I do it for this woman. And she came when I first met her. She come in with the mask on, gloves on, COVID down. Like, don't be. But by the time I left her, she was hugging on me, laughing with me. And then when I come back to Nashville, I'm calling you. And then we exchanged numbers. It's like, wow. Oprah?
Kind of a surreal moment, huh?
A surreal moment.
Yeah.
Who would ever believe Oprah would call this guy?
How did she find out about you?
God.
No telling.
I know telling. She told me my name is hot. And she's like, you just so humble. You don't realize this. Like, I just want to cook.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all I want to do, Todd. You know that.
That's cool. Yeah.
Just want to cook.
What was one of your weirdest environments or experiences cooking for people or a person?
P. Diddy. Down this Miami. I was doing this Rolling Loud. I'm like, okay, we supposed to start it at 12 at night, at midnight. All of a sudden it's 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. When is
You hadn't even started yet?
And
This for a large party or a smaller one?
A large party.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, why is nobody eating? And then you see what's going around. Nah. And so I done been to my craziest parties, to my love seeing parties, to like, wow, I'm glad I get to say no now.
Yeah. Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
So what time did you end up starting cooking?
About 3:30.
For a P. Diddy party?
Yeah. After
It does
rolling
not,
around.
knowing you, that does not surprise me.
It wouldn't even.
You hung in there and got it.
Y'all done.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm still on. I get paid by the hour. But
Right on.
it was nice, man. I met his son, and what's so funny with his son, you act like you don't know who I am. I was like, I don't. You're a stranger. But how you doing?
Mm-hmm.
My name is Sterling. And he told me his name was Prince. I was like, now we're not strangers.
No one stays a stranger around you.
No.
I've seen you melt the most closed off people in 5 minutes. Blows my mind.
Man, I don't believe in
Your
strangers.
love energy just comes across every
Hey,
time.
I don't believe in strangers,
Yeah,
man.
that's good.
I don't do that. Just want to show them real Southern hospitality. What I love about me and you, like, is no racism. I love that. I love how everybody just look at you. Yeah, that's my son. Who says he's black? He's my son.
Mm-hmm.
I love that about you.
It's the old
I
human race is the only race. And
Yeah,
the rest
man,
is just
just
smoke and mirrors.
smoking. That's what you got taught in your house.
Mm-hmm.
You wasn't born in it. You were just raised in it.
Yeah.
But how you love, man, I love how you love, man.
I love how you love too.
That's what's up.
Yeah, that's cool.
I niece and nephew.
Yeah. Here's a funny story about Sterling. We were gonna do some water skiing one summer. Invited Sterling, and it was your little nephew who was with you?
Yes,
Yeah.
my little nephew.
Yeah, cute as can be. Anyways, they come out, jump on the boat, and we're getting ready to do some skiing. And we got to get Sterling out to the he's going to do some of the tubing. And he gets out there pretty efficiently. And I said, what's going on? He goes, oh, I don't swim. I'm like, nice to let me know as you've already gotten out to the floating device there. But just that kind of is encapsulating of your personality. Like you may not know how to do it, but you will find a way.
I'm going to find a way.
100% faith in it.
And then, you gave me that life jacket. I was like, hell, at least I know he's going to jump in there and save me.
Yeah.
And the best time, you don't know, I overcame a fear. But that tubing was the best thing I've ever done.
Yeah, that's fun. Isn't that true in life, though? You overcome
Your fear.
unrealized, untrue fear, and then You
Let's go out
experienced
there
some
and
of those
do it. That's
things.
like, my thing is, I know he ain't out here to kill me. His kids gonna kill him. His wife is gonna kill him.
Yeah.
So damn it, let's do it.
Yeah,
Excuse me,
let's do
I'm
it.
sorry.
Yeah, that's all good. That's fun. The what do you see in your? I was going to ask you this. What do you see in the as far as goals, things you'd like to see manifest happen, both in Nashville but also across the country?
I'm telling you now, I'm about to move across the country. First of all, I'm starting something in January because all our kids, if you look at the crime on Friday nights, what do our kids have to do on Friday nights? What is any activities it's meant for them? So I'm partnering up with the Salvation Army. Out east is going to be the neutral ground, where from north to south, that way the gangs came, you know. So what teenager got something to do in Nashville on a Friday night without no parents?
Right.
It's nothing to do.
Yeah.
So we bringing skating, bringing them a culinary school. We got some people going to teach them about financial illiteracy. They need homework help. We're going to have basketball. We're just going to have teach them what family is like.
I like that.
No color, no gangs, guns down night, just to have fun with our children in Nashville because we're losing them.
Is that going to be? Are you replicating that across the country?
All around.
Yeah.
I just know if we go and start in Nashville and then crime come down, they're going to want us in a Salvation Army, because Salvation Army is all across the world. What are they doing? What is anybody doing to stop? Everybody's talking about stopping the gun violence, but who actually doing something about it?
Have you named that program? Yeah.
Inspire.
Inspire.
Oh man, they're going to kill me. Inspire is.
And actually, I was going to ask you
Go
a
ahead.
follow-up couple of things related to that.
Okay.
And I think this is important. We know this is a health and wellness channel, human performance optimizing human performance. Part of that is what we eat. The cleaner the food, the healthier the food, the better our brain performs, the better our organs and body perform. That's an obvious thing.
Yes.
And it's a pretty deep, complex issue if you really get into how directly changes in your food can change the way you feel and the
Yes.
way you perform.
And the way
You're
you-
living proof of that
Yes.
now, and so many have and can attest to that is a fact. So the other component of what you have been sharing with us this whole time too is I want to know from a psychological health standpoint, from a heart health standpoint, how has God shown you his love and relationship for you through things that have happened for you in your career?
People got to realize God is in us. I don't look towards the skies. I look at the mirror. It's the God, because he said you're an image of him. Be the image of him. Main reason I ain't dealing with these churches and all that, they're not putting the image of him. They say cash is the ruler of all evil, correct?
I think it's the love of money for
Yeah,
sure.
I mean,
Yeah.
Well, first thing they ask you for in church is what? Money. I don't see churches no more in the streets. I don't see no ministries. I see them inside of a building on Wednesdays and Sundays. But when do you see them worshiping, doing the work? So I don't hardly go in it because I just don't feel it in the churches.
You're focusing on the people
On the
firsthand.
feet,
Yeah.
Anybody gonna go
Outreach
to church?
kind
Yeah.
of, yeah.
All I hear is church. Who wants a blessing? Everybody wants a blessing.
Yeah.
But let me see you go to the belly of the beast. Come with me.
What I love about your nature when you work with people is you don't start the conversation or the relationship with wearing those things on your sleeve to them. You start with just Sterling 100% naked, if you will, present with them.
Yes.
They feel the authentic love energy that you have to share. And once that bond is connected and that is realized and felt, then you share with them your walk, your journey.
Yes.
And I love that approach.
I don't try to force nobody.
Right.
Forcing them is worse. Like, for example, when we was doing the turkey giveaways, you got the churches around there, but the people that ain't been coming to your church, but then you're forcing them to come and get something that you want to give away. What if I'm in a wheelchair? You gonna force me to come and get it because you want to give it away?
Yeah.
Or wouldn't it feel better you come in, I got something for you?
Meet the people where they're at. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good approach.
And so let's go to that word inspired. That what inspired mean was never stop people in reaching expectation.
Oh,
Push
N with an N. Okay.
Yeah,
Inspire.
Inspire.
Okay.
Push to inspire.
And that's found through your social media to get to
I
that
mean,
too.
we ain't started, but that's what you see it firsthand. Push until something happened to inspire. Never stop people in reaching expectations.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for sharing with
Now
us
I got
today.
some questions for you.
Well, please do.
How do you look so damn handsome at 50?
Oh, listen to you.
Look how you don't look like you. Excuse me, I'm not racist. I'm being real, people. Please, this is Todd. How
Listen
you
to
not
you.
age?
Yeah, I age for sure. Oh, yeah.
You don't look
See
over
all the
35.
snow? All the lost snow up there.
You just look like a muscle Santa Claus right now. But no, man, I just really want to tell the people, if you don't know Todd, get to know him. Man, the nights we done been on the phone, I promise you, I done called this man out the blue, didn't know what I was going to say. But we wound up with a conversation that God talked through him to get to me. Can't make this up. Todd, man, like, you can go with him about anything. I love because he'll admit, now, I'm not a perfect guy, but I am willing to try to fix my areas where I fall at. And for me, man, hell of a husband, hell of a father, a great man, man.
Well, that's kind
Man,
of
it's like, I get to watch what people don't see, especially come from my area. A married man whose wife cherish the ground he walks on, and you cherish the ground she walks on. People probably don't tell you, but you're a great example of a married man. And I just want to say, man, it's an honor. to call you my
Likewise.
brother, bro.
Likewise.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
But man,
You've always represented that way.
damn, it's family.
I can tell you this. Any little successes that I've had and big successes in life, any and all of them is because God allowed it for me to either learn it, earn it, and along the way he's also given some giftings here and there a little bit that I'm meant to use on his behalf.
Yes.
So anything that you recognize as such, it's because of God. It's not because of Todd.
And see what I mean? That's why I love
I'm
you.
just
Like
the
me.
vessel.
We don't we don't take no credit.
No, it's
Yeah,
true. That's
I
the truth
love
of it.
that.
though.
That is,
That is
man.
the truth of it.
That is, man.
So, but that's very kind of you. So
Man, I love you, man. I thank you for having me.
I love you too, brother.
I love y'all.
Let's go ride. All right.
Jess.
Thanks again. Good to see you guys.